How's it going? It's John here. What do we have today? We've got an ETF that I'm looking at. Why I actually talk a lot about stocks on this channel. In case you haven't watched any of my videos, I came out with a basket of 50 turbo growth tech stocks. And then from that list of 50, I've actually developed a top 10, which I say actually the top 10 turbo growth tech stocks that could 10x in the next 1 to 10 years. Everybody, I also look at ETFs. Why? Because it's really important. As much as I love stocks, the fact is there are a lot of experts out there, and it's really great to see what some of that performance is. We're going to go through one that I found really fascinating. I did some research and I found really what all the top ETFs are out there. The reality is there's more than 2,000 ETFs that are out there. In case you don't know what an ETF is, I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you do know what an ETF is. In case you don't know what an ETF is, it stands for Exchange Traded Funds. There is one very popular one out there called ARK Invest, and that is actually by Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood has become pretty much famous since she put a price target of, I think, 7,500 or something like that on Tesla back in January of 2020. I certainly bought Tesla back when she said that as well, but she has become famous pretty much all over the world because of that price target that she actually put on Tesla. Anyway, so I took a look at, did some research, found some ETFs, which are the top ETFs in the world, but most importantly, what are the top performing ETFs? And what I did is I found one ETF that I really like that has an astonishing 5-year track record. Obviously, past performance doesn't guarantee any future performance, but I really like their holdings, and they actually performed much better than even ARK Invest. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that ARK Invest, two of their funds, the ARK Innovation and the Next Generation Internet, which are actually two that I have. My ARK Invest fund's performance has not actually been that good, actually, but in any case, the ARK Invest, those two ARK Invest funds are in pretty much the top tier in terms of, like, I think the top 10 ETF performance for the last 5 years. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to my screen. I'm going to show you some of this info on ETFs. Again, there's over 2,000 ETFs as of right now. Here we are. It's Wednesday, September 15th, I guess. Yeah, Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. And there's a whole lot of ETFs out there, and it's really great to see how those experts do. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual ETF that I found that I'm going to talk about today. Okay, everybody, here it is. I pulled it up into Yahoo Finance, and let's check it out. All right, so it is the Direxion Daily Technology Bull 3X shares. I don't know why they call it the 3X shares. I'm presuming that there's quite a bit of margin that they have, and that's why they call that, but I don't know as of yet. But basically, it is called the Direxion Daily Technology Bull. The symbol is TECL. So if we take a look at it, we're going to go right here in terms of, let's scoot this over maybe a little bit. The best performing ETF. So here, you start at the top, and it's like, okay, here's the best performing ETF so far this year. As of September 2021, then and it's kind of a little bit I don't want to say goofy, but a little sectors that are just not really aligned with what I look for. I really look for basically turbo growth tech. Large cap growth is fine, mid cap is fine, but really trying to find those opportunities in terms of stocks where that market cap is lower, right? I mean, if you can get below 10 billion, that's great. But certainly try to get below 20 billion, and then the hope is to then ride that up. But then here's the best performing over 1 year, and then you take a look at 5 years. So we have it right here. Look at this, everybody. Direxion Daily Technology Bull 3X shares, 1396.52%, so 1,400% return. That is pretty. That's pretty amazing. And then you take a look at ARK Invest right down here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ARK Invest, Next Generation Internet, is number 6 over 5 years at 601%, and then ARK Innovation ETF at 500%. So I was, certainly pleasantly surprised to see ARK's great performance in there in terms of the 5-year performance. But we're going to talk today about Direxion, which is right here. So one of the first things I do is I go ahead and I take a look at the holdings. you see the holdings here. Obviously, the holdings are like super, super important. Top 10 holdings, which are 82.42% of total assets. We got Apple, Microsoft, Dreyfus Government, Cash Management, whatever that is, Goldman Sachs, F5 Treasury, NVIDIA. I actually don't have any NVIDIA stock on my own, but I do. I'm very fully aware of what they are. Basically, everything to do with AI and artificial intelligence. Then Goldman Sachs, another Goldman Sachs, F5 Government, Visa, PayPal, and MasterCard. So really like those holdings. Certainly represent a lot of growth technology and technology, and it's very exciting. Very exciting ETF, you can see right there. And again, you look down, it is pretty much the top performer of the 5 years of all the ETFs that are out there. And again, over 2,000 ETFs, in the market for, here in the US for you to invest in. And that's 1,400% 5-year return. Pretty amazing. Everybody, I've got, a video I've done a few videos actually in the last month, right? Since the end of July. Because what's happened is I took a look at a very interesting time frame, which is kind of unique, but it is what it is. January of 2019 until pretty much now, right? So whether that's the end of July or that's right now in September, and I've got over a 400% return, and I thought I was doing good. I mean, it is really good. I don't really know many places that do better than that, but then when I see 1,400%, over over 5 years, that's certainly astonishing. We'll have to see if I can accomplish a 5-year performance that's that good. We'll have to see. But in any case, there you go. It's Direxion. I actually have not heard of a Direxion before I started to do my ETF research. In terms of trying to find some top ones. But there you go, guys. That is the ETF that I'm going to go ahead and pick. It's a 1,400% return over the last 5 years, and it's something really good to check out. And if you want to, you could see another video on my channel here. I'll also link it in the description area below in terms of my 400% return. If you look at January 2019 until it's basically the end of July, and then also I got over 400% if you actually then look at the month of September. Everybody, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I do have a background in investing, though. My first job out of college was Merrill Lynch, and then I did investment banking, and then worked for Sun America here in Los Angeles for 3 years after that. Also, a very good, I've got some 5-10x to my track record, so good as an individual investor. Picked up Apple in June of 2007 before the first iPhone came out, and then Netflix in 2011 and 2012, back when they had a $3 billion market cap. Everybody, I don't have a link just yet for the basket of stocks, which are 50 plus. It's going to be between 50 and 75 stocks. Which I call the Turbo Growth Tech Stocks. And then I'll have a link to actually purchase that list of the top 10 that could 10x in the next 1 to 10 years. And I'll put that when it's available. Otherwise, everybody, I'm going to put some other links in. I came out with a blueprint on credit and investing. And you can go check those links out right now. That actual blueprint is only $7. It's probably potentially going to be free at some point. But there you go. Other than that, have a great week, and thank you very much.